Hey folks, Philly Boy J here. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make Salisbury steak from scratch. Let's talk about the seasonings and ingredients that you're going to need. You're going to need some garlic powder, some black pepper, some seasoning salt or regular salt, as I always say, some parsley flakes, some thyme, and some Lipton onion soup mix. That's going to take the Salisbury steak to another level. Gotta have that. You're also going to need some steak sauce, some Worcestershire sauce, some ketchup, and some beef broth. You're going to need 2 eggs, some fresh mushrooms, an onion, cornstarch, and breadcrumbs. And last but not least, you're going to need some whole milk and some butter. Okay guys, so you're going to get a mixing bowl. And to your mixing bowl, you're going to add your 2 eggs first. You're going to follow that up by adding your steak sauce. You're going to then add your ketchup. Then your Worcestershire sauce. We're going to add our seasonings now. Start off by adding the seasoning salt. We're going to add our garlic powder. Our thyme. And our black pepper. And last but not least, we're going to add our Lipton onion soup mix. And we're going to add 1 pack of that. Okay guys, now we're going to add our breadcrumbs. And our milk. And we're going to whisk this all in. And that's our binding mixture. It's going to serve to hold the meat together. And it's our seasoning for our meat. Alright, now we're going to add our ground beef. And for the exact measurements, details, and instructions, visit my website at PhillyJCooking.com. Alright, there you'll find the full recipe. And I'm going to stir this in really well. Make sure all this is well combined. Okay guys, and here is 5 fresh mushrooms that I chopped up. Alright, that's the way you want your mushrooms to look. And that's my onion that I chopped up, so make sure you chop your onion up as well. Okay? Okay guys, so what we're going to do now is we're going to combine our beef broth with our cornstarch to create a slurry, which is ultimately going to create our gravy. So we're going to add our beef broth. Okay. We want to add our cornstarch. And we're going to whisk that in until it's dissolved. And we're going to add a little more beef broth to that. Fill it all the way up like that. Okay guys, so everything is pretty much done now. Only thing left to do is to create our Salisbury steak pieces. So you're going to get your meat, a nice amount. And you're going to just shape it into the shape of a Salisbury steak, which is usually rectangular. Add a little more meat to this. Kind of shape like this. Okay, and that's the way our Salisbury steak patties look. Alright, let's move over to the stove now. Time to cook these bad boys. Okay, so we're going to place our skillet over high heat, because what we're going to be doing first is we're just going to brown the patties. We're not going to be cooking them now. We're going to cook them in a few. We just want to brown them now. Alright, so they have that nice cooked, done brown look. Alright, we're going to add our butter. Most people use oil, but you guys know how to do things a little differently. I like to use butter. We're going to add our patties now. We're going to let them cook. Shouldn't take them long to cook on each side. 3 minutes on each side. Like I said, we just want them to brown. Once they brown on each side, we're going to remove them. We're going to show you how dark they should look. That's the way you want them to look. That color there. They're not completely cooked all the way through yet. They just brown on the top. You're going to cut your fire back on high heat. And we're going to saute our mushrooms. and onions. Look at that color. So what we're going to do now is we're going to place our patties back into the pan. Just gonna let these cook until this gravy thickens that we're about to add here. Just let them cook until the gravy thickens, and that's pretty much it. You're done. And what I'm doing now is just scraping up the remaining remnants from when we fried the Salisbury steaks the first time. Yeah, we're gonna let these bad boys cook. Now I'll get back with you guys when they are all done. Let that gravy thicken. Okay guys, so our Salisbury steak is all done, and you guys are going to love this recipe. It is absolutely delicious. Delicious. As you can see, the slurry has thickened up to a nice thick gravy. Look at that. Absolutely delicious. Look at that. These are really good with egg noodles or mashed potatoes. Most people eat them with mashed potatoes, but I love them best with egg noodles. Look at that Salisbury steak sauce, aka gravy. So good. Oh my God. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Look at that, guys. Guys, I'm about to tear this up. I wish you guys can be here to eat this with me, but you're not. I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry that you don't get to experience this delicious dinner that I'm about to experience. But this is some very great Salisbury steak here. Look at that. Look beautiful. It is beautiful. It tastes amazing. And I make some of the best Salisbury steak. I said the best Salisbury steak that you ever taste in your life. Don't nobody make Salisbury steak like Philly Boy J. Nobody. Don't nobody do it quite like him. Listen, I will pay you guys to find somebody that makes Salisbury steak like Philly Boy J. I'll pay you. But I'm not going to have to, because you're not going to find anybody. This recipe is absolutely amazing. You guys are going to love it. Tell me how you like it. Look how tender it is. Ah. I gotta go, guys. Peace.